Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown,
the unofficial sumo podcast
for official sumo fans.
Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is Ryan.
This is Jake.
This is Flerick.
This is Mac.
And this is our midway episode for the Aki Basho. We are through day 7, so if you aren't completely caught up with the sumo through day 7, you might want to wait a little bit and then check out this episode. So we've got a weird situation at the Yusho race. As everybody predicted, Okinoumi is 7-0 and the sole leader of this Basho.
I don't know what you're talking about. This was perfectly expected here in the mirror dimension.
Yeah, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah, because chasing Okinoumi, we have 6-1 Mitakeyumi. Okay, that's
sure.
That's legit. Meisei and Ishiura.
Oh.
What's he doing up there?
Yeah! Short guy power.
And then following those guys, we have 8 people at 5-2, including some of the usual suspects you would expect to be up there.
Like Enho.
Yeah. And Abi.
Short guy power.
But yeah, Goedo, Takakeisho, Endo, Asanoyama are also in that chaser group. So I do want to test your guys' knowledge of our current Yusho leader, and Jake put away the sumo database.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me.
And something I like to call Better Know a Surprise Yusho Leader, Okinoumi Edition.
Really rolls off the tongue.
I feel like this was just made on the fly.
It was made
Ryan
this
has
morning.
been planning this segment for years, okay?
Oh, well, excuse me.
I finally have my time to shine. So, question number 1. What rank, number and side, is Okinoumi this Basho?
I don't know, like 7 or something? East?
Yeah, obviously he's Maegashira 10 West.
Who's Okinoumi?
He is Maegashira 8 East. Jake, put that away!
Yeah, I was just checking my answer. I was pretty close. And not studying anything else?
Jake!
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Fine.
Which stable does Okinoumi belong
Oh,
to?
come on.
The Okinoumi stable, Ichiman.
It is the Hakaku stable, which also houses Hokuto Fuji.
You didn't give me time to guess.
Yeah,
I would have
well,
gotten that one.
I'm sure you would have. How old is Okinoumi?
32.
Anybody else?
23.
Old enough.
Mac is closest with 34. What is his highest career rank?
Oh, my God.
I bet he's been Sekiwake before.
I bet Komusubi.
Yeah, I'm going Komusubi.
Sekiwake. He has
Yeah.
been Sekiwake for 2 Basho. How many overall Bashos has he spent in the Sanyaku ranks?
12.
4.
8.
Flerick was closest without going over. It is 6.
Yes.
And one final one. When was the last time Okinoumi was not in the Makuuchi division?
2015.
11.
I'm going to go 2017.
Flerick is closer again. Aki of 2010 was his
Heck
last
yeah.
Basho in Juryo. And as a quick little bonus question.
What do I win?
Good job, Flerick.
Yes.
Which popular internet sumo commentator claims Okinoumi to be his favorite?
Jason.
That is correct.
Ooh.
I knew that one.
Jason from Jason's All Sumo channel, who must be having the time of his life this Basho.
Wow.
But yeah, so that Okinoumi, I mean, he's only been Sanyaku ranked 6 times. He's been around since 2010. Kind of a big surprise that he's doing this well.
Yeah, but this is what I love about sumo, is you don't know who's going to perform. You don't know who's going to show up. The matches, interesting, some not so interesting. Definitely a lot of scandal. This is what keeps me coming back.
Well, we'll touch on that bit of scandal in a little bit, but I feel like sumo's a sport where you should know who's going to do well.
No, it's the surprise nature of sumo.
I think it's less like a sport like basketball where the better team wins very often.
Yes.
I think it's a lot more like baseball where if you're a better team, you're probably going to win, but it's still not a huge, like 100% you're going to win kind of situation. But still, like I'm just kind of floundering for a comparison to make it make any sense in my head that Okinoumi is at 7-0.
Yeah, fair point. I was about to say, basebole puts me to sleep when I watch it on
Oh
TV.
no, I'm not
Yeah.
defending the worst sport that's ever been invented by man, but I'm just saying that like it's a better comparison.
And I think we might be a victim of the times right now and saying that sumo is so unpredictable. Because, I mean, if we go back
I was going to say
2 or 3 years ago, it's just Yokozuna and Ozeki's winning everything. And it was very predictable for a long time.
it's in a very unpredictable spot because of the nature of our top talent. They're just kind of getting old and less consistent, I would say. But other than that, like Ryan, he said, like it's usually the good guys are going to do pretty good.
Yeah.
Until you get Oki and Umi.
Yeah, what I think would be, if you take away Okinoumi from the situation, the rest of the leaders kind of make sense, as far as something
Other
we kind
than
of
Meisei.
expect. There's a few
Ishiura.
surprises here,
No,
but
I like Ishiura, though.
there's a few surprises here, but like having Mitakeumi, Takakeisho, even like Endo and Asanoyama, like those kind of names are the ones like we're looking at a time where the Yokozuna seem to both be hurt and nobody's stepping in to fill the void. Obviously, those are some of the younger names we might have guessed. We wouldn't guess a guy who's just as old as the Yokozuna and who has been Sekewake twice ever, and that's like the best he's done.
Yeah, if Okinoumi keeps this up, this could be the second 34-year-old winning their first Yusho this year after Tamawashi back in January. But what do we think of Okinoumi's chances of actually pulling this off going into the second week?
No way. I have no faith at all.
I have 4 words: regression to the mean.
Ooh.
I think he'll probably end up with like 10 or 11 wins.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, definitely.
7-0 is a very strong start.
It's
I
a
would
very
say-
strong start, but like he wasn't blowing people away for the most part. Like he was looking good, of course, but like I don't know. I feel like it's more a probabilities thing than a guarantee that he's going to keep up this pace.
I don't think his odds are as good as like a surprise leader like Tamawashi was or Asanoyama was, because Asanoyama, I mean, he has like, we knew he has the expectations of this, but I think it's ridiculous for us to just count him out just after how crazy the past couple of years have been. I think he's a very strong contender for June Yusho, but I do think he stumbles a little bit and does not quite take the Yusho. Although looking at the people chasing him, I don't know necessarily who is proven enough to jump up ahead of him and grab it.
Yeah, I think for me, the part of why it makes me so like it hurts my brain to see this is like Tamawashi. Yeah, he was 34 when he got his first Yusho, but like he had a proven track record of being like in the upper Sanyaku kind of ranks. Asanoyama, we don't have any data, so we don't really know how good he is yet. Okinoumi, we know exactly how good he is. We have so much like history and so much so much data on exactly how good he is that this surprises me quite a bit, and that's why I think it's not going to last.
Yeah, I think also the strength of his opponents as well. Like he's beating he's still mid Bonsuke, and he's beating all the people in the mid Bonsuke, which is fantastic. But I think as long as he moves back up, I think you said we know exactly how good he is. He's around mid Bonsuke. He's doing above how he normally does by beating people around him, but I don't think he's good enough to actually take those top people down.
So this is actually a very good parallel to Asanoyama's Yusho, because he was also Maegashira 8 when he won. And so when Asanoyama won that Yusho, he only ever went up against 3 Sanyaku Rikshi. He went 2-1 against them, a Sekiwake, an Ozeki, and a Komosubi. But so Okinoumi, he's not going to have as strong of competition. It's not like they're suddenly going to jump him up to a full Sanyaku schedule. A lot of these guys that are chasing him, I mean, not Meisei, not Ishiura, those guys might not ever face a Seki or a Sanyaku guy in this basho. But if we're looking at Mitakeyumi, Goedo, Takakeisho, these guys still have a lot of their Sanyaku schedule ahead of them, whereas Okinoumi might only face 1, 2, or 3. So the level of competition he's going up against is going to be very much in his favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely probably not going to have as strong of a schedule as the people in the top. That's a very good point. But he still has to win those 3 matches.
All right, so there's a lot of trepidation about Okinoumi holding on and winning this Yusho. Well, I guess we'll get to who we actually think might jump ahead of him later on in our lightning round.
Sorry to jump ahead briefly, but considering how poorly the prediction series is going for me, how about a chance for me to earn back a few of the points I have bet away? I don't think Okinoumi is going to get to... I think he will get less than 12 wins. I think 11 tops. Anybody willing to risk a point to say otherwise?
You say 10.
So, like, you gain a point and we lose a point?
Well, yeah, just that's how bets work.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm just making sure.
Okay. Anybody confident he'll get that 12th?
Not the 12. Make it 10.
I would say 10
And
would be
I'll-
a good one.
I'll take it.
So if he gets 11 wins, you win the bet.
Yes.
If he gets 10 wins or fewer, I win the bet.
Yeah.
That would be a 3-5 record for Okinoumi the rest of the way out to just get to 10 wins.
I think they're going to bump up his strength of schedule a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll
Definitely.
take that.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it, Jake.
Okay.
Looking at
like this.
Asanoyama, he was 6-1 through the first 7 days, and then his next 4 opponents were Maegashira 6, 5, 7, and 13.
Oh, no.
And then it was a Maegashira 3, and then it was Sekiwake, Ozeki, and Komusubi.
You know what? We're going all in on gambling this time around. It's my only chance. So, whatever. I'll stick with it. I do really, really think that it's...
How about we jump? Let's do 11 then on that one.
So
Okay.
if
You're
11.
you're
Do
confident that he'll get 12?
Yes, I'm willing.
Okay.
I'm confident you can take 12.
right.
I'm not terribly confident, but I kind of want to see where this goes.
Fair enough. Okay, let's do that.
all right, sounds good to me.
I feel slightly less instantly regretful.
So all you listeners out there may have noticed we did not bring up any Yokozuna names in the list of the people in the Yusho race. And there's a very good reason for that. Hakuho, who did start the Basho, ended up losing to the woeful Hokuto Fuji this Basho on the first day. Sounds like he broke a finger and he's been Kyujo after
Kyuju.
day 1.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I
yeah, that was
predicted that.
that was one of the bets I've
Yes,
already
it was.
lost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mac did gain a prediction series point for saying that Hakuho would be Kyujo on this Basho. And then also Kakuryu, he started off 4-0, and then he ran into Asanoyama. I mean, Asanoyama's a great up-and-comer, so it's not really surprising he gave up a Kinboshi there. And then he faced Daisho, and that was very surprising.
A bit more so, yeah.
Yeah, and then Kakuryu was on a roll. He figured, why stop at 2? Let's make it 3 in a row. Tomokaze came up, threw him on the ground, and then just sobbed for Yoshikaze, we can only assume, who is Intai as of this Basho, and they are in the same Heya, and so Tomokaze was just letting his emotions out after that big Kinboshi win.
I feel like this is the curse of Ichinojo. This has to be it, because he injured Ichinojo. Ichinojo went Kyujo, and now it's like, no, I curse you. I curse you, because I wanted that Kinboshi pick.
Yeah, maybe Kakuryu's just a stand-up fella, and he's like, oh, God, I took away this guy's chances. He's going to plummet down the ranks. I should make it up by allowing others to beat me so they can rise up the ranks to kind of offset the damage he's done to Ichinojo.
Nah, it's probably voodoo.
Must be.
I think
Clearly.
voodoo is a
Hakuho-
far more likely culprit.
Hakuho sitting at home not liking that he's the injured Yokozuna.
With a voodoo doll just going, nope. Yep, poke you here, poke you there. No, totally could see that. Totally.
Yeah, so I think most everybody is expecting Kakuryu to go Kyujo at this point, as you rarely see 3 straight Kinboshi, unless you're talking about Aki 2017, which was the last Yusho win for Haruma Fuji, where he gave up 3 straight Kinboshi and then roared back to defeat Goedo in a playoff on day 15.
The most Goedo moment that has ever happened.
I'm pretty sure Goedo had a 3-win lead in that Basho. It might have only been 2. But, yeah, he had that thing wrapped up since, like, day 10 and somehow choked it away. But, yeah, so Kakuryu still has a chance, but we'll see.
Oh, Goedo lost 3 of his last 4 en route to going into the playoff with Haruma Fuji and
That's-
lost that.
4 of his last 5.
Well, yeah, but that last one, 3 of his last 4 regular matches and then lost the playoff.
That was a
Oh,
playoff.
okay, I got you.
That's horrible.
So
We don't harp on him enough for that specific incident, I don't think. We harp on Goedo plenty, but
Yeah, I think this is catalyst for a lot of it.
No, it was more of a
the first
bonus
Basho
for
we
Haruma
covered.
Fuji, but yeah.
First Basho we covered, Goedo epically Goedos. Certainly leaves an impression for years.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
That was one of my favorite Bashos.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's
It's really cool.
Great.
So speaking of Goedo, let's get an update on how all of our Ozeki are doing. So we'll start with the highest ranking one, which is Takayasu, who, as we all expected, is Kyujo and will be out of this entire tournament. Luckily, he had a winning record back in Nagoya, so He will be Kadoban for Kyushu, but he will not be dropping his rank. And I'm not sure if we mentioned Ichinojo is also Kyujo after his match with Kakuryu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he heard like something snapped when he fell, so it's probably like a...
He landed very badly.
He landed really
Oh, no,
hard.
that's the sound bones make.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think Takayasu was smart here. I mean, take the time off to heal, come back, stronger in for Kyushu, he'll be fine.
We'll see if he's actually smart, and if it's still bothering him for Kyushu, will he sit out and give up his Ozeki rank, or will he fight through
There's
the
no
injury? Yeah, I know there's no way, but it would be the smart. I mean, Takakeisho just did it.
He did.
True.
But I feel like Takayasu. I feel like he might have a little pride that might kind of really keep him
Saying
in.
Takakeisho has no pride.
I think he has a little less.
Coward.
I would say a little less to lose compared to Takayasu.
I don't know. I think that if you're going to be an Ozeki who takes the time off, even if you lose your rank, now's a pretty decent time to try for the 10 wins to get the rank back. Considering like the state of the other Ozeki and of the Yokozuna, I don't know. I think obviously it all depends on how bad the injury is, and we don't actually know that too specifically, but I don't know. I'd feel better if Takayasu, if he took the next tournament off and tried to come back in January to regain Ozeki, I'd feel better about him doing that now than like 2 years ago, 3 years ago when there were
4 Yokozuna.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I entirely agree. It'd be a good time, but I don't know if you can just get healthy, that'll be probably the best way to go.
Next up is Goedo. He is 5-2 this Basho. He's looking good. He's looking Genki.
Yeah, he's in a prime position to.
He's
win
To
out.
blow it at the last second.
I don't know.
2 behind the leader. With at least 3 other guys ahead of him, so he's got a little bit of work to do.
I suspect in the Okinomi, it's going to drop maybe 1 at least, or maybe 2 or so. So which means
No more than 3.
Maybe 4.
No more than 3 though.
Maybe 4. I would stake my life on.
I would say I don't know about that. It's not looking too good for that. But because assuming that he drops 1, that's Jin Yusho territory for Goedo.
But
he's
that
doing
means-
perfectly how I kind of expected him.
But
to
that
go.
means his trend's continuing. Aki is his Basho. Whether
Exactly.
it's Yusho or Jun Yusho, he is following the trend.
So I'm very happy with his progress so far.
Being very happy with Goedo is never anything that I will say. He is 5-2, so it looks like he will retain his Ozeki rank while after being Kadoban this Basho, unless something
He is
cataclysmic.
Goedo.
About to say, unless something cataclysmic happens, and Goedo tends to attract the cataclysmic. Moving on to Tochinoshin. Speaking of cataclysmic, Tochinoshin is 2-5 and not really looking all that great. He started off with an embarrassing loss to Ichinojo, where it just looks like he ran into Ichinojo and then fell to the side.
That's what happens when you hit a gigantic blob.
Well,
that is Ichinojo.
99% of humanity would do exactly that in a match with Ichinojo. So maybe he shouldn't be too upset with it. But
Yeah, so Tochinoshin, 2-5. He can only afford 2 more losses in order to retain his Ozeki rank, but he still has the meat of his schedule in the second week. And he's not really doing himself any favors, as he cost himself 1 win when he pulled the hair of Abi in a match where he had Abi going towards the ground. Just unfortunate hand placement where his fingers got caught up in Abi's hair. It wasn't intentional by any means. I don't think anybody would say. But Fleric is...
No. I was just I was kind of shaking my head a little bit because it looked like there was a little grab, but I don't think that was his plan to go in at all.
No, I don't think it was intended.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's very obvious he caught the hair and pulled it, and it's unfortunate, but it's the rule, so it's 100% a legitimate loss.
yeah, the way that he was trying to win that match, the ideal strategy is to go for Abi's head and push it down. If he just misses, the head part of the head,
Yeah.
and gets to the hair part of the
forehead?
head, yeah,
Exactly. Like,
Like-
if you get the neck or like a little bit lower, that's exactly what you want to do. Like,
and what he's doing is he's just pushing in that direction with an open hand. So if hair gets in there and the rest of his hand also misses the head, narrow margin of error there to actually get the hair pull.
And let's touch on Abi real quick, because his 5-2 record is a bit deceiving at first glance.
No,
because
it's fine.
I know,
It's fine.
he's-
As we just mentioned, he had this sure loss taken away from him because Tochinoshin couldn't control his hands very well. So
Yeah,
but-
that's a 4-3 right there. And then
Tochinoshin-
also, he was the benefit of the Hakuho Fusen win, and so he didn't even have a match on day 2 against Hakuho.
Hey, a win's a win.
I mean, you're right. It's
Win's a win, baby.
He's 5-2, but in actual matches, he's like 2-2.
He's 3-4.
or 3-2, or
If
something.
I see what you
If you
mean.
put
Yeah.
a match in front of him for those days, he would have definitely won. If
And,
you went against Tochinoshin where you didn't grab his hair, you would have totally won.
I think I just looked into this, so I still need to dig up on it a little bit more. He may be the only active wrestler with a winning record against Hakuho.
What's his percentage?
Yeah.
He's 1-1 in the ring, and he's
Wait,
got
wait.
this Fusen win. So he's technically 2-1 against Hakuho.
All right, that's not bad. So 66% win chance.
I don't know any other active wrestlers who have a winning record against Hakuho.
I think you're right. That's fantastic.
Unless there's like maybe somebody who's old enough to have faced Hakuho on his way up through the lower
Aurora.
divisions or something.
He was, but he
That guy
Aurora,
retired.
Yeah, but he's retired.
Oh,
now.
active. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Flarek, there might be something to this, anime protagonist.
Oh yeah,
No
it's definitely.
storyline here.
If anything,
Totally.
these matches are telling me that it's definitely anime protagonist. Like he's kind of like he got his ass kicked like on the first day, and so he's still doing his training montage, but he's getting like a few lucky wins so he can still be in the Yusho race.
I like
Real
it, I
quick,
like it.
Jake, who did Abi get his ass kicked by on the first day?
Tomokaze.
Who has how many wins through 7?
3, 4?
4.
The guy that I staked a prediction point on having 6 or fewer wins.
Yeah, not looking too great for you.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, Flair, go on.
so yeah, Abi's well on his way to probably become the next Yokozuna.
Ozeki, maybe. Yokozuna, we'll see.
Yeah,
This-
it's gonna be a season long arc.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
This Basho is the arc where he like struggles with injuries or with unfortunate things or something, but he finds a way to win.
Yeah, he somehow just kind of lucks his way into a Kachikoshi or maybe Yusho. We'll see.
I don't know. I feel like lucking your way into things isn't the anime protagonist way.
Oh no, it's all about learning. He's learning this whole entire time.
And
Don't you
something
worry.
fighting spirit.
Yeah,
All right.
he's trying his best.
Let's get
Day by
to
day.
our last
One day at a time.
Ozeki or quasi Ozeki at this point. We have Takakeisho, who is stuck in limbo between the world of Ozeki and Sekiwake. He started off 5-0, I think a lot better than any of us thought. First couple of days, he looked pretty shaky. He got that nice and tight days 3 through 5, and then he's lost the past couple of days. I don't know if there might be some injury concern with him because I don't like the way his knee buckled against Endo.
You saw that though. Like what happened? He was backing up, and the Gyoji's foot got in his way.
So was
he,
it Gyoji's foot?
yeah, he
I saw that. I don't know how big a factor it was, but they definitely touched feet.
Yeah, what looked like what happened, like he was like the foot was there, like Takakeisho put his foot back and he hit something solid. He probably thought it was like Tawara or something.
Yeah.
So he like put all of his weight on that, but then the Gyoji moves his foot out of the way.
His
obviously,
base is gone.
No one
Oh, I
wanted to be
missed
there,
that.
and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden his knee buckled because his support
Well,
back
his-
there just went away.
The knee buckled. He picked his foot up after that, after the Gyoji moved his foot away. And when he was putting his foot back down, it looked like his toes hit
He,
the ground
like
first.
landed awkwardly on his toes.
Yeah, so I didn't think of it like maybe he thought it was a Tawara. That didn't occur to me.
Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective.
Regardless, I think the Gyoji really messed up on the match, unfortunately.
And today's loss was due to a dastardly Henka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason that there might be injury concerns there is because it looks exactly like the Henka that he got against Aoyama back in May when he was pulled out after that
Well,
loss.
a
True.
Henka looks. Yeah, I think the Henka just looked like a Henka though. Like he kind of just went down the way that that match on its own didn't look to me like there was anything injury related about it.
True, but it's not indicative of his current health. I would say he's
Yeah.
definitely recovered. It's just he faked himself out or just got a little overzealous in that case.
Yeah, I think it's a common. I think Henka's going to work a lot against Takakeisho because
I would
of his
agree.
style. Like, just he very much is kind of charge in there and overpower to the opponent. So
And
I,
Chiyotaru is not a guy you expect to move to the side that quickly.
no, yeah. So I think that was actually really smart. Like he probably someone told him like, well, obviously they probably know that Henka's going to be working against them. And so he knew that tendency. He took advantage of it, which I think was really smart.
Yeah, he was also 1-5 and desperate for a win.
Yes, and that too.
But yeah, that the Henka, especially if it's somebody's knee, because a knee injury is going to hurt your side to side movement a lot. So maybe that was part of it as well.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
So Takakeisho through 7 days is 5-2, good pace to get to the 10 wins he needs to retain his Ozeki rank. but he still has possibly Kakuryu to go up against. Goedo, Tojinoshin's really not much. Mitake Yumi could be a big challenge, but he has the upper rankers still to go up against. So what do we think about Takakeisha's chances at this point of regaining his Ozeki rank? I will point out, I put out a poll on Twitter after he started off 5-0 if people thought he was going to reach Ozeki, and it was 99% yes to 1%
It was like
no.
76-1 or something like that.
Exactly. And then he's gone on to lose the past couple of days. So
Make another poll to
Yes.
switch the mojo back.
yeah, there's definitely too much good vibes going his way, and it's overbalanced, and the universe is correcting itself.
Yes. Clearly, we are entering the mirror dimension.
Yeah, I would actually say I've been really impressed with the way he's been looking. I the stuff we're hearing from the training practices that he was like not as strong, like he was like not quite up to form he used to be. These matches have been looking really good. Like he's been overpowering his opponents. I actually expect him probably to get 10 wins.
Yeah, and he's beaten 3 future Yokozunas, Asanoyama, Tomokaze, and Hokuto Fuji.
Has he faced Aoyama yet?
I don't know if I'd rank Hokuto Fuji as a future
Yeah.
Yokozuna.
And he still has Abi to face as well.
Yes,
so.
there you
Oh,
go.
Aoyama, yes. So 4 potential future Yokozuna.
We need to have a bonus episode about who we think is actually future Yokozuna, because I don't know if I can take you guys seriously with this Abi talk. I don't know if this is a joke or if you legit think Abi's future Yokozuna.
That
he has
episode would
potential.
just be us preparing, and then the instant we get here to record, the 3 of us suddenly gang up on you and just troll the hell out of you for like an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
And I would just kind of make some narrative of not entirely based on skill, but on what would make the best story of who's going to be Yokozuna.
That is your weakness.
Why Miyogiryu is your next Yokozuna.
Now, listen, guys, it's going to make sense. Just wait to the end.
Just listen to me for the next 45 minutes.
But back to Takakeisho, I think he's going to get it. I think he's just going to have enough to scrape 10. I don't think it's going to be any more than that.
Oh,
I think
I'd
he's
agree.
just going to hit 10 and regain his rank.
Oh, no, we're very positive here.
Where is his losses coming? I just want to know who we think he's dropping to.
If there's not injury concerns, which absolutely could be, I think the most likely ones are obviously Goedo and Kakuryu, the 2 established guys above him.
Agreed.
Again, assuming that those guys are healthy and stay in it. But yeah, I'd say anybody who's got good pushing defense. As always, his weakness is always people who get to the belt. So has he faced? Oh, I was going to say Endo's usually pretty good on
He
the
lost
belt,
to
but he already
Endo.
faced him.
That was the knee buckling one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a handful in there, but to me, it seems like he's favored against basically everybody else that he has left to go.
I would say Abi would be another one. Now, barring what we were talking about before, Abi still has really good footwork. If he can get around him,
Yeah.
that's game over. If he can just get to the side of Takakeisho, that's it.
Yeah, and he's been definitely like just montaging this whole entire time, like up to this match.
I wouldn't count out Takakeisho's balance and ability to adjust to that, because you remember back to day 1, his match against Daisho, he looked out a couple of times, but was able to use pretty impressive balance for him to stay on his feet and pull out that win against Daisho. And sorry, go ahead.
No, I was entirely going to agree. I think it's going to be a great match between Abi and Takakeisho. Like, seriously, not putting the anime protagonist part into it. Because I think there'd be a good matchup.
Agreed.
See how that's going to go.
A couple other things I want to hit on before we move down to lower divisions and news. Mitake Yumi is 6-1. He's one behind Okinomi for the lead. He does have a history of winning a Yusho when the upper ranks are decimated, as they currently are. Do we have any faith in second week Mitake Yumi to make a real push for a Yusho or June Yusho?
I think so. I think he'll be in it until the end. One thing that I've noticed, like I try to keep notes as much as I can when I'm watching each match, and pretty much every one of them, I'm like, Mitake Yumi, good fundamentals. Like in none of his matches he's doing anything crazy, but like he's doing the very basic stereotypical like solid sumo, and it's working out for him every match but one so far.
Yeah, he's the fundamentals of being big and
That helps.
staying on his feet and pushing them out.
But no, he's really good at not overextending. He's not like getting slapped down or anything like that. He's getting good grips, and he's staying with his opponent, good footwork, staying firm, not trying anything wild. He's just doing the sumo, and it's working out for him almost every time.
And a couple other guys that we mentioned, but should probably get a bit more talk on them. Meisei, Ishiura, they are one off the lead. Out of those two, who do you think has the best shot of being like the Terutsu Yoshi from the last Basho, who has a 12-3 record and wins the Junyu show?
Meisei, definitely. Just because I have no confidence in Ishiura. I'm sorry.
I don't really have any confidence in any of them, but
Yeah.
Ishiura got a 10-5 his first time in the top division. I'm just going back. Meisei's gotten 10 wins. Oh, only once in the top division, and
do it again.
That was this May when he was at Megashira 7. So he's a little bit lower than he was that time. So yeah, probably about the same level of competition. I would bet he could probably get up to that 10, but I don't see him going much higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of feeling Kachikoshi's from both of them. Maybe not anything too stellar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those things where
basically then
9-ish.
9. You think 9?
8, 9, yeah.
Okay.
Like I will say I've been very impressed with Ishiura. This is my favorite type of Ishiura, of where he's able to get out some wins.
Yeah.
It doesn't just kind of randomly lose some stuff.
I think it's due to Enho, honestly. Just Enho just pulling his black magic with every single match.
Especially against Kotoyuki and Sho Hozan.
Okay, Sho Hozan's match was unbelievable.
Yeah. There was a point where Sho Hozan was basically just like all of him on top of Enho, and Enho was like in a squatting position and was just about to sit down on the dirt, and then somehow he powered himself up to get back in fighting position. He ended up losing the match, but that recovery was something else.
We have
He was
not
like just
seen
doing
that
a
before.
squat. And he was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm just going to push up this rickshaw.
Yeah. And then there was also a moment in the Kotoyuki match where Kotoyuki was pushing him, and Enho was about to go out, and then Enho just grabbed Kotoyuki's arm to pull himself back in, and
That
then
was
recovered to
amazing.
win the
That
match.
was just beautiful.
I think a lot of people are going to that Sho Hozan match. It's probably the match of the Basho, but I love that one against Kotoyuki. I
Yeah.
just love him grabbing Kotoyuki's arm to pull himself back into the ring.
Hey, I won.
Yeah. If we're talking Enho and Ishiura, I think my opinion on how they're going to do is pretty much the same, in that they're both like super friggin' slippery. Like nobody can get a good hold of them. It's just a matter of don't overextend and you'll be okay, because they can't move you nearly as well as you could move them. But I think that what we've seen in the past sometimes from these guys, these little guys, is that they can surprise people and get a bunch of wins early. But as the Basho goes on and people are studying the tape, the performance doesn't necessarily last. New techniques or new patterns of behavior that they're trying, it's going to get studied. And I think that Enho very well could be just pure voodoo magic in a tiny, tiny man. But I think that even despite the chaos and the seeming unpredictability of what he's doing, I think that eventually his patterns are going to get latched onto. And I don't think he's going to have long-term success with that kind of wild style. But I'm certainly going to watch every match ever. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't have super high hopes. If we're going back to the original question Ryan asked, I think for that reason I would say Meisei is more likely to do better than Ishiura.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. And at least one other guy I want to touch on a little bit is Tomokaze, future Ozeki /Yokozuna Tomokaze.
I'd get on board with that.
I haven't been overly impressed with his sumo. I think his match against Kakuryu was his best one.
He's 2-0 against
Yeah.
Kakuryu.
He is 2-0 against Kakuryu, but he's just been doing like Hataki Komi. All four of his wins are Hataki Komis.
And one of his losses.
Yeah.
Yes.
He hasn't been, and I don't know that he's been trying either to push anybody forward at all, but he's just going for pulling and pushing down techniques, which you've got to do a bit more than that. So he's getting
Maybe
the wins right now, but
of his wins there, every single one of his opponents overextended. Every single time you look at those matches, they bowl right into him, and he just reads that.
Exactly, Mac. I think if he wants people to win other ways, they should not be making the mistake of overextending. I think Hataki Komi is a very important skill for winning sumo matches.
I think if you're a one-trick pony, it doesn't matter what that trick is. Eventually, you're going to be found out, and they're going to figure out how to beat you consistently.
So Abi in this
not
case.
necessarily saying he's a one-trick pony. We're just saying that this is how the matches are just going of the sample size. I think
haven't figured out
he's got
Abi
some
yet.
other skills.
Yeah.
So you're arguing that he's still looking good because it's probably just coincidence that his wins have come by technically the same technique.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, let's move on to
Did we just effectively shut Ryan down?
He had nothing to say. This is good.
Well done, sir.
I do want to mention the crying after he won against Kakaryu was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That was very touching. He was like, "Oh man, I'm so good."
Yeah, Nato Sumo, who is filling Kintamiyama's void excellently.
As far as I can tell, Kitamiyama's still been putting out a video every day.
He's putting out videos. I noticed the other day he noted that he's traveling, so he's just putting the video up. He doesn't have necessarily the time for the commentary.
Gotcha.
Yeah. For those who weren't able to see it, he put a Reddit post saying that he's going to be slowly kind of going away these last two Bashos of where I think he's shooting for like the first couple of days and the last couple of days.
Oh, sure.
And then the next Basho in Kyushu, he's going to shoot for the middle ones because, like you said, he's also traveling during this time, so he doesn't have as much.
And I for one, must say, how dare he have a life outside of providing sumo video?
I know.
I am offended. But Nato Sumo is doing an awesome job on YouTube. That is definitely the channel to look for long term going forward here. But he noted at the end of the match, included a lot of that footage of Tomokaze going out to the back.
I'm so glad he did.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. But yeah, Yoshikaze, one of the elder statesmen of that stable, retiring, definitely a big deal. And getting his biggest win of the Basho so far is just cracked Tomokaze like an egg, and just the fat man tears just went.
And from what I've seen, Yoshikaze's been calling Tomokaze every day of the tournament to like help him out, give him like words of encouragement and stuff like that. So yeah,
Senpai.
It sounds like there's a real big brother situation going on there.
It's like, don't worry, just do your best, do your brand of sumo.
And you guys did not.
You know exactly what to say.
You guys did not change my mind at all about Tomokaze. By the way, I think.
Whatever, we moved on.
No.
Yeah, let's move on.
And then I was going to make a point somewhere, so I'm going to stall for time by talking about this.
Hey, that's my move.
Oh no. The point I want to make is Tomokaze. Like, people are kind of talking about him like never Makikoshi. He always gets a winning record, and like, when is it going to happen? He actually probably is feeling a lot of pressure from this. So I think part of that cry is like saying, "Hey, I beat Kakaryu 2 times. You know, like, I'm actually the real deal.
I can beat anyone now."
Exactly. Yeah. So I think there's kind of a little part of that too. Is like, there's a lot of pressure on this guy, and so he's just really happy he's probably performing.
Yeah. Maybe just push one person forward this Basho.
Well, if everybody keeps overextending, why change a winning formula?
Don't necessarily think they're overextending all the time.
Moving on.
Let's go on to, let's skip over Juryo, because I don't think anything interesting is happening in Juryo right now. Let's go down to Sandanme, where Waka Ichiro is 4-0 at his highest career rank.
Bravo!
And he's been looking fantastic so far. I've been able to catch all of his matches on Twitter, like many hours after they've been completed. But I have made a concerted effort to watch all of Waka Ichiro's matches. And for the most part, with one glaring exception, he's just been able to bull rush the guys out of the ring. The glaring exception being he was facing a gigantic person. And Waka Ichiro is not exactly very big. He's probably kind of Ishiura-sized, really.
Yeah, he's like, what, 5'8" or 5'9", something like that?
Something like that, yeah. And he's like a pusher-thruster guy, so he needs to get a lot of power to move somebody around. But when a guy's literally a boulder and won't move, Waka Ichiro was literally...
Did he pull?
No, he literally like ran back and then ran forward into him multiple times in order to get him out.
Start?
He literally got a running start and was able to push the guy out.
That sounds like that epic Takakeisho Hakuho match.
Yeah.
From,
that was great.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. And America proving once again that, you know, we can conquer anyone's sports. And Waka Ichiro is a master and a future Yokozuna.
Yes, naturally.
USA.
Future Yokozuna.
I was about to say, I believe
Waka
the
Ichiro.
common phrase is USA.
Yes.
USA.
I believe he actually planted an American flag right in the middle of the dojo, and an eagle flew over the stadium
Yeah.
crying.
Some of our other
So proud.
favorites in the lower divisions, I believe I heard Ikioi is 5-2, so maybe staving off those retirement talks for one more Basho.
You mentioned we were going to skip a little bit past Juryo because it's not super exciting.
Yeah.
That 5-2 is a share for the lead.
Yeah.
With like 11 guys.
Anyway, moving on.
Exactly. Down in Makushita.
Juryo's not blowing any minds this time around.
Down in Makushita, we've got Hoshoryu. Started off 2-0, lost his next two, so he's sitting at 2-2. I believe he's at Makushita 5. And we also have Naya, who did the exact opposite. Started off 0-2. He is now 2-2 at Makushita 10. We have Terano Fuji, who's at Makushita 27. He is 3-0 so far. A couple other guys we've brought up multiple times. Udoga is 3-1, I believe. Shiraishi in his third career basho is 3-0. There's some other guys that are rocketing up the ranks. There's a guy, Tochi Kamiyama, who is Makushita 54. He is only 18 years old. This is his fourth basho, and he's 4-0 in Makushita in just his fourth basho at 18 years old. He won the Jonidan Yusho a couple bashos ago and went 6-1 in Jonokuchi and Sandanme. So we'll see how he finishes this one out, but that might be a guy to watch coming up. And there's another guy kind of similar rise in ranks, Teresawa, who started off 0-2, but he's evened up his record to 2-2 in Makushita. So that's another guy that I'm pretty sure is fairly young, and Jake is pulling it
keep
up
stalling.
right now.
He's 24.
Oh, he's 24. He started off back in 2018, but got injured and was out for 3 bashos. But then since he's come back in March, he's gone 7-0, 6-1, 7-0, and now he's 2-2. So another guy that's kind of rocketing up the lower divisions.
And I know we didn't mention him before, but Ryuko is also Kyujo for this one. Still dealing with the injuries from the last basho.
What rank is he at?
He would
He
have
was
been a high
kicked
rank
out of
Makushita, so now he's probably going to be
Makushita
mid
3.
right now.
Yep,
There he
Makushita
is,
3.
yeah.
So yeah, he'll drop down to the lower Makushita there. Few news items that happened since we recorded our preview episode, and probably the biggest one that happened is Takano Fuji, former Takayoshi Toshi, who changed his name because he beat up his Sukebito. He beat up his Sukebito again.
I think we are noticing a pattern here.
Yeah.
You mean future former Takano Fuji?
Future former sumo wrestler Takano Fuji.
I was just making a name change joke, but you're probably right.
Yeah. I mean, back in February, they had a big conference about violence in sumo wrestling and just like, hey, don't do that. And then here comes
Don't
this
violence.
fella that did that. And it's
You
his
did
second,
violence.
Yeah, it's his second offense. I have a really big feeling that they're going to make a example out of him, especially when guys like Osunarashi retired because they drove a car. Not just because he drove about his car. I'm pretty sure it's because he lied to the Japan Sumo Association
Allegedly
about driving his car.
drive his car.
But yeah, if something like that can get somebody kicked out, I'm pretty sure if there's violence against your Sukebito, that's pretty good cause to be kicked out. He's the twin brother of Takagenji. He recently won Makushita Yusho, so he has some potential and promise, but just another scandal to add to the pile of the quote-unquote scandal-ridden sport of sumo, which is desperately trying to shed that moniker. We also had Hakuho and Sokokurai were both able to get Japanese citizenship right before the basho started, and both of these are moves so that they can stay in the Japan Sumo Association after they retire, and both are planning to take over or become oyakata once they retire.
So Carolyn brought this up when we were reading about this in the news. Now that Hakuho and Sokokurai are recognized as Japanese citizens, does that mean for their heias, they are no longer considered foreigners?
That's a great question.
I have zero idea, but that is a very good question.
That was what I said. I'm like, I don't know either, so I thought I'd bring it up.
I think you technically know. I think they're no longer.
I think
That was my thought.
we need to...
Now's my chance.
Jake, go outside and do 200 Shiko.
I'm pretty sure I'm taller than Enho. I've got a shot.
That's something we might...
Can I start with 20 Shiko?
Yeah. I just
Also, I'm almost 30.
Yeah. Think about it a little bit more. Maybe it's not simply because it would encourage people to take up Japanese citizenship while they're still active. Because I can see someone as oyakata saying, "Hey, we got this promising guy coming in from America. He's taller than Endo."
This 30-year-old non-athletic guy with no history of success in any sports. I hear he can do 20 Shiko.
I'm going to need you to become a Japanese citizen so we can get him in here. Which I can see being a conflict of interest, so I can see that not being the case.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to people who know way more about this than us, and we'll report back with our findings on the recap episode.
If we remember to look it up.
Yes.
Speaking
I'll
of,
remember.
if you know more,
Yes, if you know more, please let us know.
805-613-SUMO.
Hey.
indeed.
But yeah, it sounds like Kokurai, his Oyakata of his stable, I can't remember what his stable is off the top of my head, is going to be reaching the mandatory retirement age.
I think
fairly
it's like
soon.
Arashio.
It is 100% Arashio. I believe that is
Good memory, Jake.
the Wakataka Kage Wakamoto Haru Wakatakamoto stable
Bless
as well.
you. Yes, it is.
But his Arashio Oyakata is reaching the mandatory retirement age, and so Kokurai sounds like he's going to retire once that happens and take over as the Oyakata of that stable.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is what I read. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition early next year.
I'm imagining like the scene from Rocky of where they chase chickens during practice. Because Kokurai used to be a chicken farmer.
Yes.
For a little bit. So, yeah, it would be interesting to see how that goes.
So Kokurai is like my favorite go-to fun fact. The 2011 match fixing scandal. He was one of the guys who was caught up in that and kicked out of sumo, and he went and farmed chickens for a couple of years. And then when his case was finally appealed, he was allowed to re-enter, put his name back on the Bansuke, back in the rank that he formerly had, as they acknowledged he was wrongfully accused.
Mm-hmm. After training with the chickens for...
I mean, he stayed in the top division for a while after that, so those chickens must be excellent training partners. Maybe they form up into one super chicken.
Good. 2 legs. Only 2 legs on the ground.
Yeah, very good luck.
Unlike a cow.
That's very sumo-centric. Mm-hmm. Good point.
And finally, we mentioned it before, but Yoshikaze is Intai. He has retired. There was a lot of speculation right before the Basho began. He was Kyujo, and a lot of people thought, yeah, the retirement's coming pretty soon, and they were right. Retirement came. So Yoshikaze, who was a very long time at the top divisions, he was Sekiwake not too long ago, about a year or two ago. He had
for a while.
a little run at Sekiwake. He beat Hakuho 2 times in a row recently, quite amusingly, a couple of times.
One of those was a bad win, though.
And something I just remembered that we need to discuss before we go to break in just a minute or so. Did you guys see that Gyoji fall off the doyo?
Oh, my God.
Definitely.
He went flying.
So, fun fact, that was right after the match with Takakeisho, of where his foot kind of got in the way.
Uh-huh.
So, I feel like the next match, he was like, I am not getting in the way. I'm going to run around this dojo.
I'm just going to go jump.
Oh, no, I'm out of dojo.
It literally looks like he just forgot the shape that a dojo is and just kept running for some reason. I didn't see too many replays.
He shouldn't
of
have
it,
looked down.
Oh, no, he definitely caught his foot on the Tawada at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it was still when I saw him fall, and they show him after the match, luckily it was not a super close match, so it wasn't a big deal. But they show him afterwards, and the illusion just snapped. It was gone for me. Instead of seeing this great tradition of sumo, I saw an old guy laying on the ground in a funny dress, and it's you look so silly. What happened?
Well, and then after he fell off,
My immersion was just gone for a moment.
the backup Gyoji tried to get into the dojo so he could call the match, and he couldn't make that final step to get into the dojo. It was really awkward after the match, which Gyoji was going to call who the winner. It was
a very
weird,
awkward situation,
and funny. And check it out if you missed that. I don't remember what day it was, but
Sorry to interrupt. Our fellow English language podcast, Sumo Mainichi, they have a perfect GIF of that moment on their Instagram. So check that out from a couple days ago. It's beautiful.
Which Instagram is that again?
Sumo Mainichi.
Oh, nice.
That's friend of the show, Amy. They do a short podcast on SoundCloud every single day of the Basho, whereas we are hacks and frauds who only do 3 a Basho.
damn straight.
Naturally.
And with that, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with prediction updates and the lightning round.
Like salt on the doyo, these are the rikishi in our lives.
Mr. President Shodai, it's time.
I shall don my finest Kesho Mawashi.
But Shodai, you swore you would never step into the dojo after.
Never bring that up again, Abi.
I'm sorry, Sir Reverend Shodai.
Your Supreme Shodiness, remember the promise you made to your son.
I don't recall.
My son is dead. Those promises are meaningless now.
Hello, father.
Nani?
You thought that poison bowl of Chanka would end my career?
It was only red pepper flakes.
I should have known that would never stop you. My strong blood flows through your veins as well as Yokozuna blood.
Hello, son.
Nani?
Kiseno Sato, the very same.
I reject my blood as I reject your presidency. The Sumo Association was wrong to ever think you would be of Yokozuna caliber.
I swore an oath to my Oyakata on his deathbed that I would never use this presidency for evil. But so help me, your Grand Excellency CEO Shodai Esquire III, I shall wrestle again.
And I, Yusho leader on day 7, Okinomi, shall be your opponent. Nani!
Welcome, Grand Sumo Breakdown. We're back.
Oh, wait, we don't do that after the
No,
second
we don't do
part.
that
No,
after the intro.
you don't. All right, welcome back, everybody. It
Ryan's
is
still
time-
flustered. It counts.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. It's time for the prediction series update. Everybody has at least 1 point so far, as
yeah.
3 out of 4 of us absolutely nailed the Kinboshi prediction. Thanks, Kakuryu.
The curse of Ichinojo is real. The curse
Actually,
of Ichinojo
Flarix
is
has
real.
to say thank you to Hakuho.
Do I?
Yeah, because
Yes.
Hokuto Fuji beat Hakuho. That was your call.
That was my prediction. Why should I say thank you to that?
Because you got the tiebreaker for guessing who. Whatever.
Yeah. But no.
Flarix caring less and less about the prediction series as the podcast goes on.
Yeah, there is. I think the good thing about, luckily, the good old gambling is starting to get me a little more interested. And
See? It's fun!
and the beauty of it is, I have no idea who's winning right now.
Yeah, it's true. So we all have 1 point. Max 1 point came because he bet Jake that Hakuho would be Kyujo just at some point, and obviously that happened on day 2. So that's 1 point for Mac. Jake, I put that there as a way to sum up all the points from the whatever.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into in depth about our spreadsheet talk.
Yeah, I think we got
Ryan's
stuff
putting
in,
extra numbers on our junk here.
Yep.
Yeah, we got stuff in Tomokaze doing well,
Do whatever I want
which
to your
is doing
junk.
pretty good. That's going to affect Ryan and Jake, and we have something. You and Ryan, the Abi belt game. That's kind of
Me
going
and
on.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Whether or
Abi,
not-
I'm pretty sure Abi's forgotten what the word belt means at this point with how much he's been going for the belt. So I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling pretty scared about that too. I think he forgot what he learned last season.
Next season is when he
Next
learns
season.
the belt game.
Yeah.
So won't bore everybody with how each individual is looking on our predictions, but it's not looking great for Mac and Jake as far as overall. We'll see with that new added element of Meisei, or not
do.
Meisei, but Okinomi reaching 12 wins or not, because that could wreak some havoc on Flarix.
Interesting. Mac, do you have any kind of crazy, bold, hot takes?
Now wait a minute. With these predictions,
I-
are we taking points away? Or are we
So-
just
So I
adding?
think we should actually take points.
Okay,
away.
you want to take points away?
Do we want to retroactively add that to the stakes from the?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I
that's
think
what
so,
Jake
yeah.
was saying. Okay,
I think it's the way
so
we
then
should do
Jake
it.
it.
is
Think
already
about
at
it.
minus 1 then.
Jake, yeah, Jake,
Otherwise, there's no real stakes to it.
that's true. So Jake has negative 1
I assume,
point.
yeah, I assume
Well,
that's how we were
0.
doing it
He's
anyway.
at 0
Yeah.
right
Jake
now.
is now at 0 points. Yes.
Should we say you can't go negative? So if everyone gets 0, that they just tie.
No, whoever's the
No.
most negative loses.
Numbers, man, they can be real or imaginary.
I have 4 I. I win.
I think.
But no, like Mac, let's I'm trying to look through your picks. Ichinojo, that's not looking too good.
Hey,
Terasuyoshi,
it's the curse of Ichinojo at this point, man.
Yeah. I guess this is your
See,
chance.
I
Do you have
feel
any hot
good.
takes?
Well,
Because I need
not at
some more
this point.
bets. I need more.
bets.
I'm scratching my arms.
Flarix needs his
No,
fix.
I'm,
Flarix, you already tied with the most bets on this episode.
Right.
I need more. I need more.
I don't know. I'm fairly confident with my remaining picks.
Oh,
I think
really?
Nishiki's gonna pull out a Kachikoshi. I feel pretty good right now. He's 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got the potential definitely to pull it out, especially with his current rank. Oyama, you're doing great, you big beautiful bastard. Keep doing what you're doing.
He's 1 and 6 right now.
I know, and he's doing fantastic for my Makikoshi pick. And then we got Tomokaze pulling up another point for us, as long as he gets to 7 wins or more. Yeah, I'm feeling good that I've got 4 points in the bag here.
Hey, Jake. I mean, not Jake, but Ryan. Do you got any more of these bets?
A good gambler knows
Like
when to quit when they're ahead and not give their money back to the house. And I'm sitting,
he's pretty good, right?
I'm sitting pretty with the Tomokaze bet and the Abi not touching belts bet.
Hey, Ryan, I bet Hokuto Fuji's going to crap the bed and get 4 wins or less.
That's very clearly going to happen.
3 wins or less.
Jake, you
Are
might
you
have a
legit?
problem.
I would legit do 4 wins or less.
No, I'll take you on 3. I'll take you on 4. But no, I'm feeling pretty good with where I'm at. I think I'm.
I do know the
pretty.
button to push, though.
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna stay pat with where I am at. I'm sorry, Flerick.
If you come up with something good, maybe I'll go in with you, Flair.
I have no desire
start
to
thinking about
learn
this.
to learn what iambic pentameter is, and so I'm not going to go too crazy with these extra bets.
Oh, man. Okay, here's one that I got for Flerick.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do it.
You
I'll do
seem-
it. I'll do it.
Oh God.
You seem confident that Goedo is going to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I am not confident that Goedo is going to do well.
Interesting. Okay.
But, oh, man, he's already got 5 wins. He only needs 3.
Just make it Yusho or Jun Yusho.
Oh,
Flerick
yeah.
wins.
Oh, he definitely won't get either of those.
Yeah.
Oh, then there's the bet.
No,
Do you think he'll get Yusho or Jun Yusho?
What were you saying about 3 wins?
No, I was thinking, like, does Goedo keep his rank? But I think he will. I
Yeah.
think he can definitely get 3 wins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about the double digit
Okay.
Kachikoshi?
So if he gets more than
Jake, don't do it.
I really want to do bets this time. It's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
especially because the punishment
Don't
for this
do-
one is not super bad for me.
Don't do bad bets like Goedo getting to double-digit wins. Make it Yusho or
No,
Jun
he's the one
Yusho.
who likes Goedo. I
Yeah.
think that he'll be bad.
Yeah.
Right.
And
no,
All right, Frederick, I got one for you.
What's this?
off the rails.
All right, here we go. So I predict that Kakuryu will go Kyujo in the next 2 basho.
Yeah. That's not hot. That's not hot enough.
No,
for
come
me.
on, it's hot. It's hot.
Make it a little more spicy. I
You
need
want
a little
spice?
more spice.
Okay, give me a little bit. I'll
Okay,
get back in the kitchen and cook.
So Jake, double digit, right?
No, I won't take that one.
Oh, damn it.
All right. Okay. Last proposal. If nobody bites, I'll quit this. But Mitakayumi, Jun Yusho or Yusho. He's at 6-1 right now.
Don't have enough confidence in second week Mitaki Yumi.
Well, no, I think that he will get it. I think he will get Yusho or Jun Yusho.
I also don't have enough confidence that
He will
won't.
do badly. Yeah.
All right, Jake. Mitaki Yumi, 10 wins or less.
He said even
10
more.
wins is the
no,
magic
no.
number for Mitaki
You-
Yumi.
he was saying Jin Yusho, so you can.
You're right. I'll
you can
take
be
10
forced.
wins.
No, no bet.
No bet. Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Fine. It was worth a shot.
All right. So it sounds like we're gonna be moving on with
Yes.
our current bets and our current going. This makes me sad, but at least I got one with Jake this episode.
At least
so.
we tried.
Let's move on to the lightning round.
Please.
All right, Jake, who has impressed you the most so far this basho?
Enho by a massive margin. 2 losses is fine, but like every single match is like even like the Enho was already the one whose matches were the most exciting just in the match itself. Putting aside Yusho, Jun Yusho drama or whatever, the actual matches, Enho easily for sure the best.
Yeah.
And this time he's taken it another level up.
Yeah, he definitely has the most exciting, and our expectations always stay low no matter what. For the most impressed by me, I keep coming back to Taki Keisho being 5-2. Like
After all the injuries.
Yeah, I am super. I think he's looking pretty good. I think he's going to get the 10 wins.
For me, it's Okinomi, because who the hell predicted this?
I'm going to go with Asanoyama just because the quality of his wins over Kakuryu and Goedo, he controlled those matches from the outset and completely dominated both of those guys. So Asanoyama at 5-2 has been very impressive for me. Let's flip that on its head. And Mac, who has disappointed you the most so far?
Well, that would be ya boy, Hokuto Fuji.
You ain't
what
wrong.
the heck is this? Hokuto Fuji, we know he's better than this. We have seen him perform in sumo bouts way more than what he's been doing now. Especially after he just beat Hakuho. It's like, no, you should be riding high. And instead...
That's all that matters, baby. He got the 6th Kinboshi in his career. He could just let it all slide now. That's what he's
definitely
doing.
sliding.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's sticking around. He's going to stick around the Maegashira 1, 2, 3 rank so he can keep racking up those Kinboshis and keep inflating his
out of 1 and 6, he's
His
not
salary.
staying 1 through 3. He's dropping mid.
Second week, he's going to ramp up his wins because he's going up against a lot easier people.
I think I found the anime protagonist for Ryan.
Except he did lose to Aoyama today, who was
Exactly.
previously completely beaten and had 0 wins. So
Because some of this reasoning, Ryan, is kind of sounding like he's on montage. He's starting to work his way up.
it's all a game.
Yeah,
It's a game in the
those
system to
Kimboshis.
rack up the Kimboshis.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I completely understand you, Ryan.
Every single Yokozuna and Ozeki. They're
Okay,
all
yeah,
at
all right.
least 2 wins away from the lead.
All hot garbage.
That's all I have to say on that.
Yeah. Ryuden. I was hoping he would do better. He's
2
only
and
at 2 and
5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, Tochi Noshin was the guy that I'm disappointed with, especially because it looked like he might have started to have something after that 0-2 start, but with the hair pull and then a bad loss to Tamawashi, where if he just held his leg up for a couple second longer, he could have won that one.
Yeah. He's had some good looking matches though. I
He's
think
had
he
a
has
couple.
kind of a
I
shot.
disagree.
His one against Hokuto Fuji,
Yeah, okay.
but with how Hokuto Fuji's been performing, that might not be saying a whole lot.
Yep.
So, Flerick, what has been your favorite match of the Basho?
Ooh. Enho.
Yes.
Just Enho.
Fair
just
enough.
A flat
Yeah.
Enho.
I will say I like the Enho versus Asanoyama match. There's a great save by Enho right at the edge.
I am
I
not
don't think
privy
those
to
two
this
have fun.
Enho Asanoyama match that you're speaking of.
Endo.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Words are hard, but no, the Endo versus Asanoyama. It was a great turnaround by Endo that kind of stuck in my mind.
Yeah, that was a great comeback. For me, it is if Enho is not a valid option just on his own, I would have to say the one against Kageyaki, mainly because it was really fun. I think that one was a slow enough pace, relative to a normal Enho match, that like I could see what he was trying to do, and he did a lot of feinting, which was cool. He would like dive low like a wrestler going for a double leg shot, and then pull up just as soon as Kageyaki starts overcommitting forwards to defend. It was real cool, and I thought it was fun to see both of their thought process as it went.
I'm going to go with Enho Kotoyuki for the reasons I already stated.
There you go.
And I am Enho Shohozen. I see, kind of a theme going on here,
Yeah.
but seriously, that man is magic. How did he do that?
Shout out to Okinoumi, whoever he faced today. That was a pretty good match by him.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know who he faced. I don't remember, but
I have it written. He got a great
Miyagiryu.
Yeah, he got a great throw.
he was on the edge of being beaten a couple of times and
Yeah.
pulled out a throw to beat Miyagiryu at the end. So
at least we have something to say for
yes,
him.
okay.
Our Yusho leader, Okinoumi.
So, Jake, if you were a Gyoji that was flying off the dohyo because you just tripped over the Tawara, what pose would you strike as you landed on the ground to make it seem like it was intentional?
I would go full salmon and make it look intentional, like I was swimming upstream into the crowd to spawn.
Flerick.
Oh, it's totally gonna be a thumbs up while looking at the camera, and just falling down. Huge smile.
Go for the sugar glider effect, where I'm just trying to leap into one of the stands on somebody's shoulder. And just be
Deploy
like, yep.
your deploy
Deploy
yukata
my
wings.
yukata wings and just be like, yes, I'm floating.
And then what is your most exciting potential matchup heading into the
Oh wait,
final
we
week?
didn't get your answer though.
Oh, we didn't.
It's clearly you land with your head resting on your arm and your legs crossed. Right, yeah, I have to talk into the microphone. But clearly when you land and then you're resting your elbow on the ground and your head in your hand and then you got your legs crossed with the come hither look.
The
Paint
naked
me like one of your French girls.
Yeah, the naked Hasselhoff pose.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Now, what was your most exciting potential matchup for the second week?
On day 15, after the rest of the matches, we go into a playoff because it's the only possible time that Enho and Ishiura can face off. It'd be friggin' awesome, and it's the only potential way they can face off because they are in the same stable.
And still very statistically possible.
Very
at this point.
statistically
Yes, at
possible.
this point.
How about you, Flerick?
I gotta be Abi versus Takakeisho. I think that's gonna be a great matchup.
By the way, I looked it up when we were talking before. They've only fought once, and Takakeisho won it.
Takakeisho took it. Okay.
Abi Takakesho, he took the words right out of my mouth. It's going to be
Heck
beautiful.
yeah, it's gonna be the bomb.
Whoever Takakeisho faces after he has notched his 9th win. That is
Ooh,
the match
yeah.
I am most
Yeah.
excited for.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot on that one.
All right, so teased it at the top of the episode, but we've got Okinoumi leading the whole thing. We've got Mitaki Yumi, Meisei, and Ishiura as the 6-1 chaser group. Who is going to win the whole damn thing? We'll start with Flerick.
Who knows? I don't know. We haven't because we haven't talked about him. I'm gonna go Endo.
Endo has been looking pretty decent.
He's been looking. He's had some really good matches,
Yep.
and he's poised to take it. But obviously, Goedo, Jinyu show.
Naturally.
Future Ozeki, Abi, 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 Abi.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
I know I didn't make a bet on Mitake Yumi, but Mitake Yumi.
The meh of Yusho picks.
Yeah.
That's who I'm going to pick too. He's
done it before.
He's got good fundamentals.
He's got great fundamentals and Yusho winning experience.
We're sounding very confident about this.
I think this is probably our most varied and least confident who's going to win the Yusho halfway through pick.
In a long time.
Yes.
Oh, can we have like a repeat of where Kakaryu just kind of pulls it together and just wins straight out and wins the playoff against Goedo?
I would be 100% for Goedo. Just everybody crumbling around Goedo. Kakaryu just staying just for far enough behind that you don't suspect. And in the final days, Hihara Mafuji's the bastard into oblivion.
The stage is set.
I can just... Oh, I'm savoring this moment of picturing Goedo's heartbreaking right there on the dohyo.
And with that,
that is going to wrap up our Aki 2019 Midway episode. If you enjoyed this episode, you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast listening service.
You can find us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, other places.
Check out our blog, GrandSumoBreakdown.com, where I have actually finally regularly started posting fantasy and ELO articles.
if you have any questions, comments, or corrections, or just want to reach out and talk to us, we're lonely. Drop us a line at grandsumobreakdown@gmail.com or give us a call at 805-613-7866. That's 805-613-SUMO.
We'll catch you next time. I interrupt Ryan.
Well, yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Also going to
And we're done.
And we're out.
Go Cyclones!
Goodbye. That's going to age poorly.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for listening to Grand Sumo Breakdown.
Until next time.
Throw your salt high.
And keep moving forward.